What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts are unsolicited, nobody cares, and damn it, you ain't gotta care. Alright, and I am back. And tonight I will be doing a review of Lenny Kravitz. Are You Gonna Go My Way? Now, Lenny Kravitz, if you're a listener of mine, you will know that Prince is my favorite artist of all time, and Lenny Kravitz is number two on that list. So there's very little about this artist that I don't know or can't tell you about, and I'm a huge music of his fan. And obviously, the comparisons between him and Prince are vast and well deserved. A lot of folks call him a Prince knockoff, but he's not a Prince knockoff, and I think he proved that with his body of work. He's a standalone artist who just happens to bear a striking resemblance to Prince. And maybe I guess the fact that they kind of resemble each other a little bit and play guitar and have eclectic points of view and lifestyles, things of that nature. I can kind of see how the comparisons are warranted, but if you get to know the artist and listen to his discography, he's definitely his own person. That being said, let's get into it. Now, I've already reviewed Let Love Rule and also Mama Said, his first two albums, and Are You Gonna Go My Way is the third album from Lenny Kravitz. It was released in March of 1993, and it was a huge hit. It went double platinum in the United States. It was a worldwide hit, though. It went platinum in many other countries as well. It spawned five singles, a couple of number one hits, and some chart success as well in the United States, along as well as in other countries as well. So what I'll do as usual with my reviews is a brief snapshot of each track on the album, and then I'll wrap it up with a nice little summation at the end. Now, before I get into that, I guess talk a little bit about my affinity for this particular record. Now, this was back in 1993 when I was, obviously quite young and still sowing my oats or whatever. And I guess like most people, especially young people, I guess maybe not even young people, just people in general who love music, they they highlight their lives through music in a way. Well, I do at least. And I think a lot of other folks do as well, where music kind of serves as portals or guideposts to certain junctures in your life. Who you were, who you were with, what you felt like, what your ideology was, things of that nature. Is a lot of time music kind of ties into that, and music is the soundtrack of my life. So, anytime I look back on my life or whatever, a lot of times music takes me to a certain juncture in my life. And it jogs my memory and things of that nature. So when it comes to Are You Gonna Go My Way, this was back in 1993, March of 1993. I was still in the military at the time. I was living in San Antonio, Texas, and I was in a relationship with a young lady that I was with for quite some time. I think like 4 or 5 years. We were living together at the time, and we were at the height of our relationship and everything. And so this record reminds me of that time in my life because that is when it came out, and that is when I kind of remember. That's when it came out. So I'm gonna remember that stage in my life and who I was with and what I was doing and all that kind of shit. So the girl I was dating at that time or whatever that I was living with. We both loved the album, and we listened to it all the fucking time, all the time, in the car, at the house. I mean, it was just, that record, that album was the soundtrack of our relationship as well. So when I look back on those days or whatever, it's fond memories, and it reminds me of a time in my life where, I was footloose and fancy free, didn't have as many responsibilities or worries and everything. And it just reminds me of that time. So anyways, that being said, let's get into it. Like I said, each track, brief snapshot, summation at the end. Let's roll. Track number one is the title track, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Now, this is one of Lenny's signature songs, along with like Fly Away and American Woman and Believe. But this was the rock anthem of that particular year. You heard this record everywhere on the radio and music videos and commercials. I mean, it's songs all over the place, and it's an indelible song. And to this day, it's a song that people widely recognize as being Lenny's signature song. And seeing him live in concert, I've seen him live in concert a couple times, and every time he opens up the show with this particular song, which is a great opening song. Are you gonna go my way? It's like, hey, okay, it's time to jam, y'all. Damn it, let's do this. So the track itself is a magnificent rock track. This song is damn near perfect. There's nothing about this song to dislike. And the music video is just timeless. So it's just a tremendous song. It brings you into the album. It's a great introduction to the album. It invites you in, and it lets you know that you're in for a wild ride when it comes to this particular record. Now you have to keep in mind that this is Lenny's third album. His first album was a minor hit, and he got ridiculed a lot because that's when he was with Lisa Bonet. He was fresh on the scene, and people were making fun of him, saying he was a knockoff artist, things of that nature. Folks were saying a lot of disparaging things about Lenny as an artist, which I really never understood, and I guess it endeared me to me even more because I didn't like the things that folks were saying about him, because I'm like, dude is trying to make his way in life, and he's trying to share his artistry, and people are really not giving him a chance. And I don't think it was warranted, because it wasn't because of the music. I think it was just because of the tabloid sensation that his life was when he was with Lisa Bonet, because paparazzi, all that kind of shit, and he was known more for the dude that was banging Bill Cosby's daughter, from the Cosby Show. And I think a lot of folks resented him for that. Why? I don't know. Because he came from a TV background, because his mom, as everyone knows, was Roxy Roker, who played Helen Willis on The Jeffersons. So, and Lenny, I guess, he had like a privileged background coming up. He went to Beverly Hills High School. He was friends with a lot of rock stars and things of that nature, like Slash was a good friend of him. They went to school together and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of things about Lenny that folks kind of use to trivialize his music. Anyways, his second album, Mama Said, spawned a huge hit, which was What was it? It Ain't Over Till It's Over. And this is the record that he released after he and Lisa had broken up and everything. It was more, a heartfelt plea to his ex-wife and everything. So by the time we get to the third album, Lenny, he's single again, and he's in a different place in life. So you can tell by the vibrance of the music that he had moved on from that episode in his life, and now he was kind of just stretching himself as an artist and really staking his claim as, hey, I'm this motherfucker you're going to have to reckon with. I ain't going nowhere. I got a record company behind me. I got talent. I got skill. I got a discography. Let's roll. And that is what this song is all about. So I love everything behind the song. It sounds great. It just feels great. And it's a kick-ass track. And it's definitely a can't miss. Next up is Believe. Now, Believe is a power ballad. And the thing about this particular song is widely known for is a guitar solo by Craig Ross. Craig Ross played lead guitar in Lenny's band. He's been with Lenny forever, and his guitar solo at the end of Believe is one of the greatest guitar solos, I think, in the history of rock and roll. It's just that good, and it's just a tremendous song. It's a deep, haunting type of a song, and it's uplifting at the same time. And it's one of the few songs out there that the music video makes the song sound even better. I mean, it's a great song, just a tremendous song, and the music video is because he plays a spaceman in the video, and it kind of reminds me of 2001: A Space Odyssey, the ending of Space Odyssey, the way the video plays. And I think it's inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, and that just makes the song all the more indelible. It's just a tremendous song, a great follow up to "Are You Gonna Go My Way." There's nothing wrong with this song. Like I said, it's one of my favorite power ballads of all time, and once again, it's definitely a can't miss. Next up is "Come On and Love Me." "Come On and Love Me" was not released as a single, by the way. "Believe" was released as a single. And Believe, it made the Hot 100. It charted higher in a lot of other countries as well. Now, "Are You Gonna Go My Way" was not released as a single in the United States. It was released for airplay, so it didn't make the Hot 100, but it did go to number one, like I think on the mainstream rock track charts, and it charted all over the world. "Come On and Love Me" was not released as a single. It's filler, but it's good filler. Nothing wrong with this song at all. It's just a light, mid-tempo rock song. Nothing wrong with it at all. Very good song. Don't skip it. Next up is Heaven Help. I think Heaven Help was the biggest hit, biggest single on this particular record. Um, when it came to the Hot 100, it charted, I think, in the top 20 in the hot on the Hot 100. Let me see, where did it chart? Let's see here. Did it chart singles? It charted somewhere. Damn it. Chart performance. Heaven Help. It peaked at number 20, so it made the top 20 on the singles chart. So it was the highest charting single, and it's a love ballad, and it has a nice hook to it, catchy hook. It definitely was a radio friendly ballad, and once again, nothing wrong with it. It fits perfectly in this particular placement on the album because it follows up Believe and Come On and Love Me, and one of the things about this particular song, or this particular album in itself, I think the whole concept behind it is about growth and rebirth, and basically like it's like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon. You know, he went from a caterpillar to a fucking, to a goddamn butterfly, and these songs kind of reflect the uplifting, moving forward of this particular artist. Next up is Just Be a Woman. Just Be a Woman. It's a slow mid-range ballad, and it's basically him just telling his lover, hey, just be you, and I that's all I want from you. You don't have to put on airs for me. Just be who and what you are, and that's good enough for me. So a very strong song, and it's one of the personal favorites that me and the girls with at the time, whatever, we would definitely listen to a lot, and it's a song we both identified with. Next up is There Any Love in Your Heart. Now, Is There Any Love in Your Heart is a up-tempo rock guitar track, and it's cut from the same mold of Are You Gonna Go My Way, but it's totally different. Love the video on this particular song, and listen to it all the time, and there is nothing wrong with it, and it's just a great power rock anthem type song. It was also released as a single. It did chart on the Hot 100. Great music video. He sang it with a falsetto, and there's just nothing wrong with it. Don't skip it. Black Girl is next. Black Girl it's a good follow up. It's a good follow up to Just Be a Woman, and I like the way that the tracks are on this particular album. How he kind of goes from rock track to power ballad, rock track, ballad, rock track. He keeps you vacillating, and I like the placement of this particular song as well. Next up is My Love. Of all the songs on this record, it probably is the one that, if you're gonna skip one, this be the song to skip. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's a solid song, but it's filler, but not bad filler. It's good filler, but it is filler. So if you're gonna skip, the only skippable song on here I would say would be My Love. Nothing wrong with it, but if you're gonna skip, this would be one to skip. Next up is Sugar. Sugar is very strong, very strong. It has a 70s type of a feel to it. It's the only song on here that has more of a R&B feel to it than anything else. Because most of the songs have more of a rock tinge. Well, Sugar has like a late 70s, mid to late 70s R&B soul feel to it, and that is a great placement because for the last two tracks, it's a good bridge into the last two tracks. Next up is Sister. Sister is the longest track on this particular album. It is 7 minutes and 2 seconds long. And it's a very slow, meandering rock ballad, great guitar, and this song has a very slow build to it. Very strong song. It's one of my favorite songs on this album to drive to, especially if you're going like on a lengthy drive or whatever. It's a song that really can mellow you out and keep you focused, if nothing else. it's kind of hard to describe, other than the fact that his vocals are very, very strong on this particular song, and I highly recommend it. And finally is Eleutheria. Now, Eleutheria has a reggae feel to it, and it's a great close to this particular record. And I think Eleutheria was an island, I think in the Bahamas or whatever, that he was residing on at the time. I think he had a mansion down there or whatever. And it's like an ode. I think that's his place. That's his getaway. That's his respite. That's the place that he goes to lay his head when things are mellowed out and everything. And that's how the song feels. It's a song you listen to while you're sitting on the beach drinking a Corona, type of a song. It's a great close to this particular record. Nothing wrong with it. It's a can't miss, and it's a great close to the album itself. So there you have it. Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way? 11 tracks. 10 of the tracks are top notch, and like I said, the only song that's a cut below is My Love. So this album is damn near perfect. Once again, 10 out of 11 tracks are just magnificent. And the standout, of course, on this record is Are You Gonna Go My Way? Now, my favorite of all the songs on here is Believe, but like I said, it's splitting hairs though. It's splitting hairs of the hair, and I like to say when if an alien was to crash land on the planet Earth and come to me and say, hey, who's this Lenny Kravitz person? Tell me more about Lenny Kravitz. What can I learn about this person? I would point to this record first, as if you're trying to get folks into Lenny, Are You Gonna Go My Way should be the signature song that you play for them, and it should be the album that you give to them first. Say, hey, listen to this one first, and you can go and listen to the other stuff, but this is the one that this album has something for everybody. It was his most mainstream. I think it's most mainstream record ever. Something for everybody. And if you didn't like Lenny Kravitz before, and you hear this, if you don't like him after, then you just ain't trying. That's all. You just got a closed mind, and you'll never like Lenny. If you don't like this record, you'll never like Lenny for any reason, because you're just not cut from that cloth. Which that's fine. Everybody's not gonna like him. Everybody's not gonna like what I like. But I highly recommend this record if you are a Lenny Kravitz fan, or you're getting into Lenny and you want to learn more about him. This is the way to go. Highly recommend it. Believe is number 1 on my list. Are You Gonna Go My Way? Followed by Is There Any Love in Your Heart? Sister, Heaven Help, Eleutheria. So, like I said, it's just jam after jam after jam. And I can listen to this record over and over again. It's 20 some odd years old, and I still listen to it quite often. So, what do you think? Are you a Lenny Kravitz fan? If you're not a Lenny Kravitz fan, why the hell not? Can I count you in that number of folks who dislike Lenny because he was smashing Lisa Bonet? Yeah. Or was there something else that's fucking with you that made you want to not give this guy his due? He's not a Prince knockoff. He's not a ripoff artist. He is a standalone artist with massive talent who did his own thing, is doing his own thing, still making great music. If you ever get a chance to catch him live, damn it, catch him live. He is tremendous live. Just absolutely tremendous. And the highlight of any live show is Believe. So there's a lot to like in this particular artist. So let me know what you think. Have you ever listened to this record? And if you have, what do you feel about the tracks? What's your favorite track on this record? What do you think about him as an artist overall? What's your favorite album? If it's not this one, which one of his is your favorite? Just chime in below. Let me know. And comment below. And subscribe. Sign up for notifications. I'm still trying to get those subscribers up, so roll with me, rock with me, and help me continue to grow this channel. I do appreciate it. So there you have it. Chime in. Let me know what you think about Lenny Kravitz. Are you gonna go my way? Because guess what? You just heard what Lonzo thinks.